Brad Johnson here from johnson.audio, and today I'm going to talk to you about the power of collaboration and how it will infinitely better your songwriting and productions. The other day, I sat down with Joshua and Matt as we talked about the beginning songwriting phases of a production that I'm going to be doing for Joshua. And one of the things that he mentioned was how he reached out to Matt to help him with the instrumentation and the piano part. So Joshua had an idea for his song. He had the chords, he knew how to play the basic chords, but he knew that he had a limitation within the piano parts. And instead of thinking, okay, I just need to become a better piano player, he knew to reach out to Joshua to help him with that. And then he also reached out to me to help him with the overall production, the engineering, mixing. And so with that being said, that might seem very obvious, like yes, he doesn't know how, there's a deficiency there, and he reached out and did the collaboration. But it runs deeper than this. There's a lot of times where I feel like we become jack of all trades, master of none. I am super guilty of this. I wanted to learn everything because I wanted to have control over my artistic vision. I wanted to make sure that what was in my head came out through the speakers. And with that being said, I tried to learn everything. My main instrument, my main craft and genius really lies within playing guitar. I've been playing guitar since I was 9. It's something that I dedicated my entire life to. It's the thing that I'm most proficient in. And through that, I got into songwriting. I decided to start writing my own songs, start singing my own songs, and then that's how I got into recording, because then I wanted to learn how to record my own music. And then when I was recording my own music, it wasn't sounding that good, so then I got into mixing. And then I started learning about mixing, and then I started learning about mastering. And then I realized that there's a lot to learn in that, so then I went and I interned for another producer. And through that, I learned a lot about the production process. And then I started editing, and then you get what I'm saying. I've been through a long journey of learning so much, and I am so thankful for that journey. I'm so thankful to have such a broad knowledge of so much in the music process. But there's something to be said about sticking to your own lane, knowing your strength, doubling down that strength, moving forward, and then finding others who have the strengths that will accompany your weaknesses. And I am learning how to be better at this now in my life. And I'm kind of sad to say I must be a slow learner, but hopefully you can take something out of this video and just know if you are really excelling at playing the piano, or you're really into just engineering, focus in on that and find other people that you can work with. And I'm going to give you some examples of how this is super powerful. So say you're a songwriter, you just got a DAW, you're like me, you've been writing songs for years, you've been wanting to record your own music, you have a computer now that has GarageBand, or maybe you have Logic or Pro Tools First or whatever it is, and you start recording yourself, and you're now going, okay, now you're trying to do two things at once. You're trying to be an engineer, and you're trying to be a songwriter creative. And so there's going to be an issue and a conflict there, because what happens is you get really frustrated with all the having to stop, hit record, oh, you've screwed up, stop, and go back, and then you're doing all the stuff within the computer, and you're trying to figure out, just proper gain staging and signal flow, and then you're also trying to play your music and be creative and give good performance, and it can be really, really frustrating, and it'll make you throw in the towel prematurely. And it's really good to have maybe an engineer on your side who can run all that for you. And a good engineer is going to make sure that they push you forward and they get you to the finish line quicker. A good engineer will take care of all that and will keep you in a creative headspace and say, no, that take was good, we can move forward, because we are our own worst critics. You might think, oh, I could have done that performance, it's a little bit better. But with a skilled engineer, they have a little bit more foresight, and they can say, okay, no, this will work, we need to move forward. Another thing with this too is recording engineers, producers who want to try to do everything themselves, from the pre-production, recording, mixing, mastering. You lose perspective. There's going to be a time if you've done all the recording and you've heard the song a million times, by the time you get to the mix, you don't really have a good perspective on the music anymore. You really need to allow somebody else to come in with a fresh set of ears, work on it, and make it as best as it can. And this goes back down to one of my core statements, if you've been watching any of my videos, is that we are here to serve the song. It's not about your ego. It's not about the fact that you get to put on a credits list that you were a producer, mixer, master, engineer. editor, that you get to do all that stuff. That's not the point. The point is to have a song that sounds good, that gets released into the world, that people can actually interact with. They want to interact with it. They want to bring it into their life. They want to listen to it, and they learn something from it. And the best way to do that is through collaboration. Another thing that I need to say about collaboration that's so important is that it'll keep you from burning out. If you're trying to be everything, well, guess what? You don't have that much time in your life to be everything. If you can focus in on one thing and learn to delegate and teamwork and work with people, you're going to be a lot more healthy just in terms of your spirit and your energy, because now you're just focusing on one thing instead of trying to juggle 10 things. And obviously there's going to be times when you're growing in this that you do need to kind of step into more than one role, and I totally get that. It's understandable in this day and age. You will have to wear more than one hat, and thankfully with technology it's making it easier and easier to do that. Just know though, if you have the ability to network out and find other people, then do it. Build your teams, build those relationships. The music industry is built on relationships. This is how you will further your career. This is how you're going to get better faster, and just overall it's going to be you're just going to have a better time making music instead of being frustrated because you are deficient in one area, and then you go down the rabbit hole trying to learn that, and then you actually take away time from your actual genius. This was quite the rant. I hope you got something out of it. Again, my name is Brad Johnson, johnson.audio. Give me a thumbs up if you got anything from this video. Leave me a comment if you want to continue this conversation. I love to hear from you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. To all you subscribers, I really appreciate your support and your continued support. At johnson.audio, I'm here to help you sing your story, mix your message, and master your mission. So I will see you on the next video. Thanks again. Bye.